Oh, hello. Back again with another Advent calendar review. And at first, I wasn't even planning on recording this one because, my cheese Advent calendar ran out well before the Christmas season, so I definitely had to get another Advent calendar to subsidize. But, you know, I just thought this one would be for me, just be a fun little lark. But, I've opened it all at this point. It's Christmas Eve right now and I have some thoughts. So I just really quickly wanted to get into this. This is a Funko calendar, which I am overall very much a fan of Funko products. And this one in particular was a Marvel Advent calendar. It was another 12-day Advent calendar because I'd already done one 12-day Advent calendar. So at that point, doing a 25-day Advent calendar would have been like crazy. Um, so on the box they had, a few heroes in superhero regalia. They had, I believe, Wolverine on there, and Groot and Spider-Man, I believe. So I knew those would be included. But I was excited to see, what the other I'm bad at math, what the other like 9 heroes would be. So we get into this. The first 3 days are all accessories, which is just an odd choice. Like I don't mind some accessories, but lumping them all together at the beginning is odd. I believe the first one was this Captain America sled, which is actually pretty swell. I almost said shield because it isn't shield, but it's a sled. It's a shield sled. And then we got these two presents. And this one is obviously a Spider-Man present, and I do like it. It has a certain amount of whimsy to it. As you can see, the bow is made of webbing. But this one took me a second. I was looking at it and I was like, Lex Luthor. And then I was like, no, he's DC. And then I was like, the Joker. And then I was like, no, he's DC. So it's the Hulk. I'm pretty sure it's the Hulk, but it took me a bit. Am I stupid? Who's to say? But then we began to actually get into the figures, and what was weird about it is the first 3 are accessories, and then the rest of the whole thing was figures, except for one additional accessory right at the middle of it, which was this nice Mjolnir, which this is maybe my favorite accessory of the bunch. So I'm not complaining there, but okay, so I mean, early on, we got all the ones that were advertised, which was Christmas tree Groot there, and Wolverine with some snow on his head, and he's got this sign, and I have stared endlessly at this sign trying to figure out what it's supposed to say. I think I think it says "Bah humbug," but I've tried to read this with my glasses. I've tried to read it without my glasses. It's an ordeal, and I don't even know necessarily why he has to be holding this sign. What he gives to it. When I first saw it, I thought it was just like gibberish, like symbols, and I don't know why he has this sign. Like, is it a Christmas card? Is it like the world's shittiest Christmas card? Is he picking up somebody at the airport? Is he like trying to hitchhike to Pismo Beach? Like why what the fuck? But that's okay. And then uh the Spider-Man, which this is lovely. I don't know how well you can see it, but he does have a Spider-Man Christmas sweater on, which is nice. And as you can see, he is pointing to the sweater as if to say, look, I'm wearing a sweater. So those were the 3 that were advertised. And that filled me with fear because I began to think, okay, the first 3 were accessories, the next 3 were the ones that were on the box. What if their presence on the box means that those are the only heroes in the advent calendar and the rest of this is just fucking accessories? But I didn't have to fear because I quickly got this nice She-Hulk with elf ears. Very nice. And I got this Iron Man. Um, And this is, an older design, but I actually appreciate that. I'm glad that they didn't just like pull the Iron Man design straight out of the movies. They gave us more of like a vintage design. I think it's cool. And he's holding some kind of sack. I don't know what the hell that is. I mean, I assume it's like a sack of toys, but I don't know who Iron Man is bringing a sack of toys to. He's generally, kind of egotistical loner who like doesn't really hand out presents to people. He more like, drinks alone in his giant mansion and scoffs at the world. So I don't know. There's a story here, but I don't know what the story is. But it's, it is what it is. So then I was like, okay, well that's cool. That's cool. So we got all these heroes here, and what are the next, three or four going to be? That's exciting. And here's what they were. They were Wolverine again in the yellow and brown, and he's still holding his impossible to read sign for some reason. We have Silver Iron Man with his weird sack again. Like if you look at can you see the design on the sack? Like it looks like I don't know what this is on top, like a Venus flytrap or something. I can't. It doesn't look like a present. And then we got Black Suit Spider-Man. And once again, he's pointing to his shirt, but now he's not wearing anything Christmas related. It's just his normal spider emblem. So instead of pointing to his chest as if to say, I'm Christmas Spider-Man, he's just pointing to his chest to say, I'm Spider-Man. And thank you for clarifying that, but I already knew that. So I don't know. And what I want to emphasize here is these products are high quality. They look good. I'm a fan of the She-Hulk with the elf ears. I'm a fan of the Spider-Man with the Christmas sweater. Those in particular are very nice. I like the Captain America sled. I like the Mjolnir present there. Um, all I'm saying is Marvel, they have so many characters. So many. Like, I know for a fact that they've done advent calendars in the past that I've had 24 days, and they've had different heroes for every day. Because you can do that. Because they have such a stable of characters. You can do that year after year after year. So, for them to, pick like 4 characters out of this stable and then just be like, well, let's give him 3 of those characters again. Just, it strikes me as a little lazy and a little unimaginative and a little incredibly disappointing. And it's not like these alternate minis are bad. I mean, Silver Suit, Iron Man, I mean, it's basically War Machine. It's a fine line, but I refuse to call this War Machine. It's Silver Iron Man. Which, I mean, he was silver right at the beginning when he was in the cave when he was building the original suit. That was silver, but that didn't look like this. So I don't know what this is. But that's not important right now. I'm not asking for like staunch comic book accuracy. But yeah, I mean, this alternate Wolverine, this is fine. I mean, I'm a guy who actually prefers the brown and yellow suit. So I would have actually, rather than having to have both of these, just I'll just take this one. This one's nice. And then Black Suit Spider-Man. I love Black Suit Spider-Man. I love the symbiote suit. It looks super cool. But you just copy the exact same posture, and now the posture has no relevance because there's no Christmas theming here. So it's like, what's he about? What's his deal? I don't know. So because there is quality here on the one hand, the ones that I like, I think are very nicely done. But the lack of imagination, the lack of diversity, kind of bumps it down for me. So, well, I gave the cheese advent calendar, I believe, a 9 because, literally my only issue with that calendar was that it relied a little heavily on cheddar cheeses. This one, it's basically a 5 for effort, but because the quality is there, I bump it up to a 6. 6 out of 10 for the Funko 2024 12-day Advent calendar. It's okay.